In 2004, the Maverick wrestling team set out on a journey as a band of brothers to find power through teamwork, demonstrate character under adversity, and persevere against the odds.
That team really established our core. It was a classic example of our core, and that was team power, character under adversity, and moxie and grit. That they lived that. They put that to work. I mean, they showed that. They demonstrated that day in and day out, and it kept building. I mean, that they started at the beginning, but they just kept, they kept showing up with it every day as much as they could, and it accumulated in a tremendous season for them in a national championship.
It came down actually to the last match, which was Les Sigmund, and he had to win, which I guess we knew he was going to win because he's good, but actually before that we had to have the 97-pounder from the team that we were competing against lose, and he ended up losing, so that helped out too. So then with Les, we knew he was going to win. What stands out about that is just, that championship was just, it just seemed, like a fairy tale. It was kind of fun because we weren't ever expected to win that one.
You kind of think wrestling is an individual sport, but I always kind of talk about it this way. It's like the old, the old wagon wheel where you take the rim off of it and you have the hub. And in wrestling, when it comes around to your spoke, you're the only one out there. But unless the hub is really tight, unless that team power is strong, that spoke won't stand up because it won't be tight in that hub. So I kind of relate that a lot with our guys. In wrestling, I found that over my 38 plus years of coaching is that the ones that are the closest perform the best. The tighter knit you are, the better team chemistry you have, the team unity, the team power, the better the product is going to be.
It started with the whole family atmosphere. I mean, we were a band of brothers. We were together, fighting there, right next to each other, just like a group of soldiers. You go everywhere together, you do everything together, and it really brings you closer together and helps you perform better.
I like to think that we have just a big family here. Like, all the guys are real close, and that's what really helps you get through each day and through practice. This is our life up here, and it's great to have people that are going through it with you.
It just seemed like almost like a big brother, little brother type chemistry with, you always looking towards the other guys to see how things are done, how you should react and stuff, and that's kind of the chemistry that I thought we had.
We had a relatively young team, and we were going to bring some guys back, and we were going to be that much more confident going into the next year, because you never know what's going to happen, be it injuries, be it other people getting different people coming in as far as recruiting, and but we had a confidence about us that we could actually do it, and that we should probably be the ones.
We talk about this a lot, is rebounding power. You have to be able to rebound in life and whatever sport you're in or whatever you're in. Be able to bounce back after disappointment, after being discouraged, after getting, something, hitting some obstacles. So we were a classic case of that, rebounding, bouncing back.
We looked at it, we're not in first, okay. We weren't expected to win it, and One match, one day at a time is all it was, and we had a great second day. I believe is really when everything took off. Was our second day. We had a great day, and we had guys just didn't stop, give everything you got. Guys who weren't expected to do anything, just doing anything you did was a bonus.
We had been so close for so many years. To finally come out on top of that was, it's kind of, you're almost a pessimist because you're like, something's going to happen. It can't go this well. We actually had to have some things happen that were out of our control, like some other people getting beat from North Dakota State that were wrestling other guys from a different team. So for that to happen, it just kind of fell in place, and then we had a solid, really, really solid heavyweight, and he was untouchable. And we felt confident once we got to that last match, but some other things had to happen prior to that match. But the comeback was, we're in the final match, and we're like, I can't believe this is happening. This is really going to happen. We had that much confidence in our heavyweight that it's actually going to happen finally.
Like my freshman year when I won it, that was probably the most exciting, just because I wasn't ranked during the year, and I kind of just had to work my way up. Compare it to like a job, kind of working your way through. But I had worked my way up, and I was, right before the national tournament, I was ranked number 1, and it was a lot of work, but I got more confident throughout the season and more successful too.
The one that stands out for me is my third place match, which I had a guy from North Dakota, and he beat me 3 times that year already, and I ended up beating him that year, and that was just, that final match. So that was something that stood out for me because it was kind of the fourth time wrestling. I always got beat by him, and I was just kind of, turned around, and after that, I just had the feeling that, good things would come from that, and that's what kind of stood out for me.
That team really focused on the right things, the core, which is the team power, the character, the moxie, the grit. They focused on that. They were coachable. We as coaches tried to be coachable. We tried to be, a total team kind of thing.